Hey, it's us.
All
Hey,
right.
Captain Jeff.
Hey, Dave.
I'm here.
All right. We are got a new year, and this is our third show. But anyone
We've
dialed
already
in?
got we 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 already have people wishing us a happy new year, Jeff. There
Yeah.
are
Happy
people
New
here.
Year.
So,
Well,
what
let's
is
kick
this
it.
thing?
Let's kick it off. This is Captain Jeff and Ambassador Dave Rowe. We're here with Argo's Q&A, live Q&A. Happy to have everyone that joined us tonight. For me, it's a rough week. I'm fasting all week, so I'm a little bit
You're
at my
hangry.
wit's end. I'm not doing dry January. I don't know what's worse, fasting for a week or doing dry January. But I think I can get through 30 minutes. Hopefully, there's some good questions tonight to keep us going. I don't know about those of you that dialed in, but it is cold up here. Got a layer of snow. I'm sure some of you probably have a lot more snow than us. We only have 4 inches, but there's no boating going on right now. But it'll be here before we know it. In fact, I start to get a little anxious at this point because I know it's coming, and I get anxious because I want to have as many features in the app as possible before the boating season starts. So that's kind of where we're at. We're working on a lot of things. We'll share some of that with you tonight, and hopefully in a couple months. Well, those of you in Florida, hopefully it warms up and you get out on the water. The rest of us, hopefully, spring will be here before we know it.
I'm in Florida right now.
We never
I
know
just
where you are.
drove down.
Wandering Dave, how'd you end up in Florida?
Well, it was 27 degrees when I woke up on the boat in North Carolina this morning, so I decided to get in the car and drive to Fort Pierce.
That's
No,
not
I'm playing
good.
I'm playing a show on Saturday night down here, so I'm just getting positioned for that. And then you and I are going to do the St. Pete's Boat Show next week, so I'll
Yeah,
stick
yes.
around for that.
Speaking of that, it starts next Thursday, but Dave and I are speaking every day, 4 days at the St. Pete Boat Show. So if you're in the area, stop by. We're also heading to Seattle for a 10-day show in Seattle at the end of the month, and we'll be speaking at that show as well. So looking forward to both of them.
We already have a question in the queue, and I think we probably should get right on it because he says he can't watch long. So Jeff is asking when the auto route editing capability is coming in.
Good question. We were going to touch on that tonight. Boy, I wish it was here already. We're kind of a little bit of a broken record because 2 months ago we said we're working on it. It's coming early December, same thing. It's very close. I've been testing it. It looks great. It works great. I'd like to say next week. I hope next week, but it could be 2 weeks. It's not just the auto routing that we're updating. It's all of the offline capabilities, the captain's log. We're pretty much overhauling all of the navigation features. So that's kind of what's delaying things. There's an awful lot to test, an awful lot to make sure we don't have any bugs. And we probably will, but we're doing our best to kind of get to where it's working really well, very few bugs, and get it out for you guys to use. So unfortunately, 3 of my developers are on vacation this week. That hasn't helped, but I'll be getting them back next week, and we'll try and wrap this up and get it out for you guys.
Sounds good to me. We have somebody who's going to be at the Seattle Boat Show and is asking which booth we're going to be in. Do you happen to know, Jeff? Or?
Oh, we are in the upper level, not down on the lower level with all the boats. We're kind of in the electronics area up in the top, and unfortunately, I don't recall the booth number. Same place we were out last year, but that may not.
It doesn't help me either. But I do remember, yeah, it definitely is. It's just off the parking garage. I do remember that.
Yes.
So what else is new? What are we doing here?
We had 2 new features that got released before the end of the year, and I was going to touch on them quickly, although we did talk about a little bit in our newsletter that came out today. They're not big features, but they're things that people have asked about for a while now. One is landscape mode for your phone. those that are actually using a phone, not a tablet. They wanted to be able to mount it, sideways and still have it operate. And until recently, you couldn't do that at all. You can't get to all the features, but what we've offered is a full map view when you turn the phone sideways, which is kind of nice. But unfortunately, yeah, if there's things that you want to do, some features, you have to turn it back to portrait mode and then get to some of those features. So my recommendation is set up your route, start your voyage, and then, mount it and away you go. If there's features that, we need, you guys think we should add, in that landscape mode, let me know. It's just our first iteration on this, so happy to make some adjustments there. The other feature, not everyone loves to run in 3D perspective mode, but you can now place your fingers on the phone, slide them up, and it actually puts the map in a 3D perspective. So you kind of get a bird's eye view as you're traveling along. Currently you can't get rid of that, but we are going to be adding something to the settings where you can turn that off. Also set it to where it automatically comes on. If you start a track, you start a voyage. So that's another feature that's out there right now. You can check it out.
We have another question in the queue here. John is asking if premium subscribers have access to online or phone help service when they have specific questions when working with the app. Well, you're talking to the right dudes.
Yeah.
Jeff and I actually, we are the support service. So if you use the help that's in app, you will be sending an email literally to us, and one or the other of us will get back to you just as quickly as we can. If it's 2:00 in the morning, East Coast time, it probably will wait till morning. But
yeah, you can certainly respond to the emails that I send out, but by using the feedback and support button within the app or sending an email to support@ArgoNav, both Dave and I will see it. I don't want to say we're on it 24/7, but pretty close.
We're pretty good.
So, yeah, you'll get a response from us.
So I didn't mean to derail you with another question. You were talking about new features.
Yeah, those were the features that we released at the end of the year. We did give kind of a summary last month of what we did in 2024. One of the big features that we've failed to mention, you kind of caught me off guard with that, was a groups feature. So if you belong to a yacht club, marina, or just want to develop your own group, it's very easy to set up a private or public group. Invite members. We've already got 250 groups, I think, and some are growing. So kind of exciting. And once you set up a group, you can share things among that group and also see each other when you're out on the water much more easily. So a lot of advantages. We're probably going to add more features. For instance, those that want to, part of a club that races, give them the ability to set up a starting line, race marks, things like that. Invite certain members among their group to be a part of the race that day. So those are things we're thinking about bringing in, but pretty excited about the group feature.
What else is cooking?
Well, we already talked about the big release, and like I said, it's going to improve all the offline features. Right now, you can set up the app to where you have a route, you're following a route. If you're online and you go offline, it still works. You can still see offline charts, but it's pretty limited. With this new capability, you can start the app offline. You can start a track offline. You can save a track offline. There's just a lot more things that you can do, and hopefully that's going to make it a lot easier in terms of navigating, where you can't always count on the internet being there unless you've got Starlink. I assume that's pretty solid. You're not going to lose connectivity.
Right. Well, there is something there. If Starlink only works, I think, to like 10 miles an hour, and if you're going faster than that, it drops out automatically. So yeah, it is speed limited.
The other thing that we were going to kind of showcase tonight, we've been working on the captain's log. I mean, everything navigation-wise had to be totally redone, so that's why it's taken us some time. We've kind of redone the captain's log. One of the kind of neat features that we just added was a map view. And if Dave will play, I've got a really short, quick 1-minute video, kind of gives you a sneak preview of what we're working on.
All right, let me get that going. I gotta scroll
This is
down.
the first time we've tried to do a video on this show, but I think it should work.
This is pretty good. We're going to be behind it for a second until I get us out. So here we go. Let's try this.
I'm going to give everyone tonight a sneak preview of what we have coming out soon for the captain's log. As you know, in the past, when you open the captain's log, you just have a list view of all of your routes, your tracks, your voyages. You actually have to tap on each one to get in to see more details, to actually see the route itself. But what we've implemented is a map view. So you get a preview map of all of the items that meet your criteria. You can go in and filter the various tracks and routes. You can tap on one of those routes on the map and it'll pull it up. You can then see more details. You can also just tap on a route from the list view and it'll show up in the preview map. So this is something that we should have out pretty soon. We're working on it along with the auto routing, the multi-point auto routing. So look for it very soon.
All right.
Yes, that's what we've got coming out. It's always frustrated me when I look at the captain's log and I just got a long list of routes, and it's kind of hard. I don't always go in and name them properly. So for me to be able to just click on them and get a quick idea of the route, at least for me, it would be quite helpful. The other thing I wanted to mention here, and many of you have been seeing promotions about our lifetime premium deal. It ends on Sunday. Sunday's our last day. So you can get premium for life for $99.99. It's really a good deal. We'll be increasing prices for premium. Annual price will be going up to $39 and the monthly to $6.99. So it's something we did knowing that we were going to increase our pricing to give our longtime members a chance to kind of lock in. And we've had a pretty good outpouring of support. We're up to close to 500 that have gone ahead and purchased the lifetime. And we very thankful, appreciate having them on board, and kind of nice to know that you got them for life, good or bad. You got us for life.
We got Ben Saltz here saying he paid for lifetime and wears his hat proudly.
Wonderful.
And
wonderful.
Let's see here. We've got Liberty Trawler here saying thanks for all the hard work, and same here. So she's apparently or they're apparently in our lifetime as well. Very cool. So that's until that's three more days, right? We got
three more days. Yeah. Unless my developers don't get back from vacation, maybe you'll get an extension.
Well, that could be fun.
Yeah. Well, they better get back from vacation, because I don't know if anyone online has seen issues with logging in, but there's been a lot of problems with our login tokens. People are getting kicked out. They can't log in easily. I've had to, talking to a lot of people the last week or so, many times deleting the app, reinstalling it, fixes it, but that's not something we want to have happen. So there's an issue going on there, and we hope to get that resolved. Seems to happen more with Google sign-in, but I'm starting to see some issues with email and password. But if you're not experiencing any of that, you're lucky.
We got a comment here. Somebody, Lucky One Outdoors loves their hat and will be wearing it. I assume that's at the Atlantic City show.
That's correct. Yeah.
Hopes to see. Are we going to Atlantic City?
Yeah, unfortunately, we are not going to have a booth at the Atlantic City show this year, but I will be speaking on Friday evening. So if you're there on Friday, I think 6 o'clock, I'm going to talk a little bit all of their seminars about fishing. So it's going to be really geared toward how you can use Argo in the to help with fishing. But I'll be there Friday afternoon, Friday evening.
Z1 Consulting is asking, how best as a lifetime subscriber can they help us? What needs do we have that they can fulfill? Our users are asking to help.
Yeah, well, obviously spreading the word is number one, but if you're a part of a yacht club, a marina, we certainly want to make sure we have the information for that club in the app. If there's points of interest, if there's dock bars that we don't have in the app, providing suggestions of places, providing information. We do have a way in which marinas can sign in directly and update their listing. So, in the end, that's our goal, is to get more and more marinas to actually sign up with us and get, it's all free. We're not charging anything, but, to know the transient slip information, the fuel information, anything about the marina, the yacht club, love to have more of that in the app.
Ben is asking us if Lifetime spares the App Store fees. Spares us the App Store fees.
It definitely does. Yes, it does. There's a 15% App Store fee. And we didn't necessarily do that because of the fee, but that is a nice perk. We just have more control than going through the App Store or Google Play when it comes to subscriptions. So, yeah, that's where, when you signed up for Lifetime, you were doing it through the web app. That's one reason we have done that. And plus, it introduces some people to the web app, which I think is a nice additional feature that we have. You can plan routes, on on your laptop on a larger screen. It syncs with your mobile device. You can export it to your chart plotter.
We have another question here about the captain's log and breadcrumbs, a Hansel and Gretel trail. What do we do with that, Jeff?
Yeah, right now, as a premium user, you should be able to change the track color. The default color of the breadcrumbs or the track is white, but you should be able to go into settings and change that color to whatever you want it to be. And that should be reflected not only when you're recording a track, but if you're on a voyage, and that also creates a track along with the route that you have there, that should be whatever custom color you want. If that's not working for you, let me know.
Excellent. Now let's see, what's Ben asking here. He has a dinghy. Can we make it easier to toggle which boat you are using? This is something I've been wanting too, Jeff. We'll have to work on this. The ability to just quickly toggle boats.
Yeah, I know you can toggle boats when you're in the captain's log. If you want to, based on a certain route that you have, you want to just switch the boat. But Dave is, as an ambassador, as a supporter of the app, he's always in my ear about ways to make it better. So if you've got specific ideas in terms of where to toggle that boat, it sounds like Dave's got some ideas. Yeah, we can try and. Okay.
Hey, you know where the name of the boat is at the lower right-hand corner of the screen, Jeff?
Yep.
Drop-down menu right there.
You
heard it here first.
All right, I got it. Well, yeah, any way we can make it easier for you, Dave, we're on it.
It's all about me. Come on.
All right, Ben. Well, thank you for the suggestion, and I know you've provided some other suggestions over the past few months. So appreciate it.
Oh, what else do we have coming up? I mean, we know what it's at right now, but we've got some irons in the fire, do we not, Jeff?
Yeah, thinking feature-wise, boat show-wise, we hope to be at Palm Beach. So anybody in the Florida Palm Beach area, I think that's in March, mid-March. So that'll be coming up. One of the things that we're working on, which I think some users certainly will appreciate, and it's a long time coming, All of those of you that have suggested places, boat ramps, marinas, yacht clubs, dock bars that we don't have in the app, it's sort of gone into a hole. I mean, we do review them. If it's something we don't have, we have been putting them in as a public place. But I know as a user, you have no idea kind of what happened with that suggested place. So we're going to be communicating a lot better. You're going to get a direct email from us. There'll be a notation on the pin that you dropped or the place that you dropped and suggested in the app. So you'll be able to see those suggestions that were approved, and don't want to be negative, but those that for some reason we didn't feel warranted making it a public place. Either we already had it in the database. Home docks, we're not necessarily making public places. You certainly can add your own home dock, but I don't think that's something that necessarily needs to be public. And there's cases where we just don't have enough information to verify the place. So it'll give us an opportunity to let them know, we just didn't have enough information.
We have another question here from Scott asking if we will be able to concatenate routes, link routes together.
That's another Dave Rowe desired feature. Yes, I would. That's definitely in the to-do list. As we're improving our captain's log, one of the things that we hope to add is a way to create, say, a journey where you've got 7 or 8 routes and you'd like to create a much longer journey based on those routes, those day trips that you've created. So yeah, that's I wouldn't say it's in the works, but it's on the list. Yep.
We also have somebody else asking us to add travel lift width at marinas and boatyards to our marina information. That would be good information to have, but unfortunately, it's not generally published information. So it would have to be something that, Argo is designed from the ground up to be a user contribution platform, crowdsourced information. So maybe users who are interested in those sorts of data, if they have them, can add them.
Yeah, anything we can add that would make it easier for folks. If we can't get that information from the marina, I think the idea behind the app obviously is to take advantage of crowdsourcing. And as we grow, I think it'll benefit everybody.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that as like in Waterway Guide or Active Captain or any of the other apps out there that accumulate these sorts of data. I don't think I've ever seen travel lift width as being something that's in there, but I can understand why catamaran users or owners would want to know. Certainly. How about NEMA?
Your favorite feature? Yeah, why? You can.
When do we get NEMA?
You can talk to that, although you're it's coming.
I know it's coming.
Dave and I have been talking about that. That is going to be a focus of ours over the next few months. We'll be in Florida together next week. We'll be talking about it, but our plan, I'd say before April 1st, is to have NEMA integrated into the app, which will also bring AIS and as well as perhaps other features into the app. So for those that are big time cruisers, you have NEMA. We hope to have that added as part of one of the features in the next couple of months.
And there's a really good reason for us to be thinking along these lines now too, and that is it's not a bug. It's actually built into iOS that when you're traveling below a certain speed limit, and this is a question that I know we get from some users, when you're traveling below a certain speed limit, your internal GPS radio in your iPad or phone does not update as often. So your speed loses accuracy, your location loses accuracy, and being able to link up to your chart plot or your GPS unit on the boat using NMEA is going to become very, very important, because Apple is really, really starting to hamstring things at lower speeds. So we hear you. We're working on that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, I missed one. We'll do them in order here. Jonathan is interested in our weather information. What forecasting system do we use? It's straight ahead NOAA in the U.S., is it not, Jeff?
It's just straight ahead NOAA. I know there's a lot of weather forecasting models out there. Yeah, we just have standard NOAA forecasting.
What's in Canada? Is there anything specific up there that we know about, or is it?
That's a good question. I mean, we are using sort of a global weather source, so they utilize NOAA, and actually, NOAA is more than just the United States. It's sort of a global.
That's true.
Yeah, but so I can't say specifically, but I think it's also NOAA in Canada.
All right, and we have another one from Ben for NEMA. He says, will it show on his Raymarine then, or just connect to your NEMA? For right now, one step at a time. We're going to be dealing with just getting data into Argo from your chart plotter. We maybe you want to tell them about our discussions, but.
Yeah, I can certainly say we are having discussions with Raymarine in particular, not any other chart plotter manufacturer. But as you may know, Raymarine is basically an Android device, so it does allow you to play different apps, right on the chart plotter, right on the Raymarine device. And we're in conversations as possibly allowing Argo to be one of those apps. So you would not only get our charts on the Raymarine device, but you would get our features as well. So that is something I'm very excited about, hoping we can work a partnership with Raymarine and make it happen.
And let's see here. Somebody is asking us to explain more about getting NEMA data from their NEMA network to their Android device. You will need some sort of NEMA gateway or bridge. And there are a number of those on the market right now.
Yacht device.
Digital yacht devices. Predict Wind has one. So we might come out with one. You never know. We're kind of quirky guys. So. Ben wants us to buy Raymarine. Did you see this? Get out your wallet. Get out your checkbook, Jeff.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, probably right. Better a few years ago. I think they were really struggling. They seem to be doing better, but yeah, no, I'm not in. I need to get Argo where it needs to be.
And Ben is asking a Starlink question. He says, does it change the possibilities for using Argo? Yes, it will give you more dependable data, but you will still have the speed limitations of Starlink. So that may not help you quite as much. You might have to slow down to get an update or to get charts or that sort of thing. And Ben is just giving us
well,
anyone
that's listening out there, call your Raymarine rep, or if you have any connections at Raymarine, tell them they should get Argo on their devices.
Well, with that, I mean, we've gone. Have we crushed our list at this point?
Yeah, I didn't come with a full. Hopefully next month we'll come with the new release will be out there. We can talk a lot about the multi-point routing, and this is something that we did both for auto routing and manual routing, making it very easy to drop points and also change those points. Much easier than I think any other app that's out there today. So I've been testing it. It works very well. Hoping to get it in Dave's hands soon to test it out, and then to out for the rest of you.
Absolutely. And Ben is still hitting us here, asking about boat monitors and integration. If your monitor is USB compatible, and you can, I've got it right here in front of me. I have a portable USB monitor that doesn't even take it's made by KYY. It's on Amazon. A great monitor, and I can plug my iPad into that, but it's not touchscreen. There are things you can do, but you're going to have to play around with that technology on your own. Unfortunately, we're not testing all that hardware. So, but I'm pleased with how this month's broadcast has gone, Jeff. Should we do this again next month?
I think it's growing.
Yeah,
The best thing is I think it went out on Facebook and YouTube, so no glitch this month.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll do this again next month. Same bad time, same bad channel, right? Second Thursdays. Today Thursday. Today's
Second Thursday. Yeah. Everybody stay warm. Thanks for joining us. And like I said before, it'll be boating season before we know it.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.